So I'm about to try to redneck repair my iPhone charger. These things are pretty cheap. I usually just buy a new one, and they always seem to break in about the same place. But I don't want to go to town, so we'll see if this works. So I'm not entirely certain how easy this is to see or not, but as far as my little pea-brain can assess, why won't it focus? These little gray wires stick here, and then there's this foil type material that separates the gray wire from the internal wires, which also has an exposed ground looking copper wire. And what happens is these gray wires have become so frayed and disillusioned with life that they just separated from the other side. And also this film has came loose, which is allowing it to touch that the uninsulated ground. Normally I'd Google all this stuff and figure out how it all works before I went tinkering with it, but really I just want it to work today. I'll buy a new one later. So what I'm going to try to do is electrical tape these wires to separate that ground wire that's exposed, and use a small wire. I found some cable, some kind of cable wire or something in the barn. I don't know, it came with the place. And I'm going to shove it in where the gray wires go and connect it up at the top, electrical tape that, and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'm really not out anything. So my phone charger trick worked, but my phone died before I finished it. But all I did was take those inside wires, and I had the grounding wire, and put electrical tape to isolate it, the same thing that the film was doing originally. And then I had this, I don't even know what it's from, some sort of cable wire. It's a fairly thin, solid strand copper wire. And I cut it to size so I could jam it up as far as possible into this, and so that it came in contact with the gray strands in here. And this may not be, it's not a permanent solution, but it'll get me through the day so I don't have to go to town this weekend. And I just jammed up in there. You could probably do this with, you know, electrical fence wire, any kind of electronics wire you have sticking around. As long as you make that contact with the gray on this side and the gray on this side, and you isolate that gray wire from the uninsulated wire on the inside. So it works. Try it out if you are as desperate as me not to go to town.
Hurry up and subscribe. Thank you. Come again.